going to get started seated or lying on your mat, just finding a comfortable position with a straight spine. We're going to take a moment to just tap into our breath. You can close your eyes. If you're seated, rest your hands face up on your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. We'll start with a deep exhale out the mouth. Then inhale through the nose. Pause at the top and exhale through the nose. Pause at the bottom and repeat, finding equal inhales and exhales for equal counts. Feeling your lungs expand on each inhale. Allow your belly to completely empty on the exhales. Slowing and deepening your breath. Slowing down your nervous system. Focusing on the here and now. Allow your spine to grow long on each inhale. Grounding down through your hips on the exhales. And wherever you are, we'll take one more round. At the bottom of your last exhale, you can flutter your eyelids open and extend your legs out wide in a V position. If you're not seated, go ahead and sit. You can prop your hips under a blanket or a pillow. Legs are out long in a V. And then we're just going to crawl our hands towards our right ankle. Bow your forehead towards your knee. Pause here for 3 rounds of breath. And then slowly crawl your fingertips over to the left. Same thing, cross your left shin or ankle and bow your forehead to your left knee. Good, and then come to center and come forward into a forward fold. And drop your forehead down. Flex through your feet. And press yourself up. Bring your legs together, straight out in front. Bring your hands alongside your hips, up on your fingertips. Even slightly behind your hips is good. And then draw your shoulders back, squeeze your elbows back, lift through your chest, sitting up nice and tall. Feet are flexed. You can press your heels away from you. This is staff position, so really accentuate the shoulders back, chest forward. Squeeze the elbows back, a few breaths here. Good, and then allow yourself to come forward into a forward fold over both your legs. Drop your forehead down. Some deep breaths into the hamstrings. Good, and then slowly come back up and bring the soles of your feet together. Knees are bent out in a diamond butterfly shape. Clasp your ankles and then use your elbows to press your inner thighs down, stretching the inner thighs. And if you want to add in a forward fold, you can place your hands on your feet and bow your forehead towards your feet. Good, and then we'll press ourselves up and just find a comfortable seat so we can stretch out our necks and wrists. We'll start with our wrists. Just go ahead and make some circular motions with both your wrists, going in both directions. And then use one hand to press the fingers back of the other hand. Yep. Stretching out the front of the wrist, and then flip your palm and do the same thing, stretching out the top of the wrist. Do that on both sides. Maybe even do your thumbs, opposable thumbs. All right, and then go ahead and drop your hands in your lap, and we'll just circle out our necks. We'll start with clockwise circles, nice and small, and then growing the circles. And then rotate counterclockwise. And then pause with your head facing forward. We're going to turn our head all the way to the right. So the chin is over the right shoulder. And then back to center and all the way to the left. And back to center, and we'll do the side of our neck by tipping our right ear towards our right shoulder. And you can assist the head with one of your hands if you like. We're stretching out the left side of the neck. A few more breaths, being gentle, your neck. And back to center, and we'll tip our left ear to our left shoulder. And back to center, and then interlace your hands behind your head. Elbows are bent. Press your head into your hand, your hands into your head. Lift through your chest. Really open up your chest here by pressing your elbows back. Lifting up, gaze up. A few breaths here. Good, and then slowly release and come on to hands and knees, tabletop position. We'll start with just some organic movements with your hips. You can create some circles or just wag your hips from left to right, whatever feels good in your body. Loosening our hips and our back. And we'll meet in tabletop. Make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. Fingers are nice and wide. Your knees are directly under your hips. Good. And then we're going to do our bird dog. So we'll start with the right leg back. Straighten the right leg. Point through the toes and then extend the left arm forward. So opposite arm and leg. We're staying on our, yes, good job. Right leg back, left arm forward. If you want to add another layer to this, you can begin to tap the elbow and knee by drawing it in towards the center of your body and then extend out. Or you can just stay in a more static pose. More breaths here in bird dog. Really reach in opposite directions and then slowly come down into tabletop. We'll switch sides. So now the left leg extends back, point through the left toes, reach through the right fingertips, right arm forward. You can hold that or tap elbow, right elbow to left knee. The gaze is down to keep the length in your neck. And we're breathing. Try to even out both sides. Once you're done, we'll meet back in tabletop. We'll come into our fire hydrant pose, starting with the right leg. We'll swivel the right knee out to the side and back down, using the strength in our right glutes. Try to aim for 10 to 15 repetitions. So the right knee swings out to the side and back down. The whole knee, I should say, and shin and foot is hovering and then drawing out to the side and down. The fire hydrant. Once you've done enough reps on the right, you'll switch to the left. Same number on that side. Feeling the burn? Woo! 3 weeks can do a lot. All right, once you're done with your fire hydrants, just take a moment to shake out your hips. Then we're going to step our right foot forward. So now we're kind of in a lunge. The back left knee is down on the ground. And then your hands can come on the inside of that front foot. This is lizard's pose. So you're going to try to extend the back leg a little longer so you can kind of toe your knee back, if that makes any sense. So the back left knee, you want to try to bring a little further behind you. The front right knee is bent and you're resting on your hands and your sole of your right foot. And then just take a moment and breathe into the left hip flexor. Should be feeling that there. So the more you can extend the back leg, the better the stretch. Might take a minute to get that leg further back behind you. I kind of have to lift and scoot my knee back. And then we're just holding it, breathing. This is a stretch. This is, in case you didn't know, this is a stretch. Lizard's pose. So some people get all the way down onto their elbows. Some people, not me. Maybe you guys want to try it. In order to get on your elbows, you'll probably have to roll onto the outside of the front foot. But everybody's body is unique. Okay. Lizard can now release. You're going to come back and kind of extend the front leg just to stretch out that front leg. Move your hips back. Slowly come out of lizards. Come back to tabletop. And then we're going to switch sides. So now you'll step the left foot forward. 90-degree bend. Bring your hands to the inside of the front foot. Stay on your palms. And then scooch that back knee further back, creating more length. So the leg starts to extend straight. You can even rest the top of your right foot down on the mat. And then you're leaning forward, stretching the right hand or right hip flexor. That front of the right hip should be lighting up. And then remember to breathe, because your breath is going to allow you to deepen into the pose and relax your muscles. Any gritting in the teeth and face, let it go. Few more breaths. And then to get out of lizard, you're just going to lean back, straighten out the front leg, stretch that out a bit, and then come to your knees. We're going to stand on our knees, so we're just resting on our knees. If that's too much on your knees, you can place a blanket or pillow under them. Then take your hands and interlace them behind your low back. And then press your arms back and lift your arms to open up your chest. This is the chest opener we often do when we're standing. So arms straight back, opening your chest and shoulders. And then slowly release your hands and see if you can lean back and rest your right hand on, well, first of all, you might want to curl your toes under to create a little more height with your feet. So just curl your toes under and then see if you can reach your right hand back to find the right foot or ankle. And then left arm, you're going to stay standing on your knees as you do that. And then left arm reaches up and over to the right. So I'm reaching back with my right hand on my right ankle or foot just to create a little more stability there as I reach my left arm up and over to the right with the palm facing down, stretching the left side of our body. And your gaze towards the back right foot. 2 breaths here. Nice, everyone. And then slowly come back to standing on your knees and we'll switch sides. So now find the left foot or ankle with the left hand. Right arm reaches up and over to the left. Palm faces down, stretching the right side of the body. Knees towards the ground, towards the back left foot. 2 breaths here. And then slowly release and find your way to standing, coming up onto your 2 feet. Let's just roll out our ankles for a second here. So you can start with your right, lift up onto your right toes so that you can roll the right heel in some circular motions, both directions, to loosen up the right ankle. Maybe even roll onto the front of your toes as well. And then switch it up with the left ankle. Nice. Okay. And then we're going to come into a wide squat. Wide. Come first with your feet nice and wide, about the width of your mat. If you're facing the front of the mat, you can also turn sideways on your mat, whichever feels right for you. And then your feet are going to turn out so that your heels are facing each other and your toes are pointing outward. And then you can bring your hands either at your hips or straight out in front of you, parallel to the ground. We're just going to sink our hips down, squatting, bending our knees, and then lifting back up. We're going to do about 10 of these wide-legged squats. And since you all were so excited to feel the burn today, we're going to add in something special at the end of this. Get excited. So do 10 of the wide-legged squats. And then on your final squat, I want you to squat down and hold it. When I see everyone there, I'll tell you what's next. Okay? On your final squat and you're holding the squat, you're then going to pulse. So baby little bounces as you're in the squat. So you're just lifting slightly up and then back down. So we're not actually jumping. It's almost like you're coming out of the squat slightly and then coming back into it. And you're just kind of mostly holding that bent knee position in little tiny pulses. And you should feel the burn. Okay, I'm done. Come on up. Oh, shake it out. Okay, enough with our legs for the moment. Let's transition to upper body. Well, remember the Y's, W's, and T's. We're going to start with the Y's. So for Y's, your arms come up in a Y position. Palms face one another and the arms are straight. Your legs can have a slight bend in the knees. Lean your chest back, and then you're just pulsing your arms back and forward. You're keeping the arms straight, and you're just reaching back. And this is the Y's, remember, so try to do about 10 to 20 of these Y's. So best way I can explain it is the arms stay straight overhead, and then they just press back and forward, back and forward. The biceps are pretty much alongside your ears the whole time. And you should feel this in your shoulders. Arms stay straight, and the Y position stays the same the whole time, just that they're coming back behind you and then release to about right in front of over your head. Those are the Y's. And then we transition to the W's. For W's, your arms come up, palms face out, and then you bend the elbows 90 degrees to make cactus goalpost arms, and then back up overhead. So bend elbows, goalpost arms, and then back up. And you're going to do 20 of these W's. Feeling the burn. You can do 10, you can do 20, you can do 5. I'll let you get away. I don't think anyone's doing that though. Woo! They feel nice when you get to do them all in succession. Y's to W's to T's. So don't drop your arms, because then as soon as you're done with the W's, you're going to reach your arms out wide, parallel, palms facing up. And then you're going to reach your arms back and release for the T's. So the arms stay parallel to the ground with the palms facing the ceiling. And these are the T's. Try for 10 of these. Try to keep the arms straight, straight, straight. No bend in the elbows for these ones. Woo! Feel the burn. 10 to 20 of the T's, and then I'll let you drop your arms. Okay. We'll do one set today, but you're getting off easy because I could have said 2 sets. Okay. We did Y's and W's. Okay, now last little thing for our arms. We're going to do arm circles. Bring your arms back out alongside, parallel to the ground, and then nice big backwards circles. Try for 20 big backward circles, loosening the shoulders and the chests. And then we'll do forward circles. Whew. Nice job, everyone. Once you're done with the circles, drop your arms, wiggle it out, and find yourself a little balance assistance with either a wall or a piece of furniture or a chair that's not on wheels. And we're going to do some of our balancing exercises. Let's start with just our simple heel raises. You may or may not need balance support for this. Your feet are about hip width distance, and you're just going to lift up onto your toes, lower back down, working the muscles in your calves. Lift and lower. Do at least 20 of these. If you're not smiling, you should be. This is so much fun. Luckily, I can't see anyone's face, so I'm just going to think everyone's smiling. Okay, now after you've done your heel raises, let's get ready for our side leg extensions. So let's start with the right leg. You may want to hold on to the wall with your left hand for balance, or the chair, and you're just going to lift the right leg out to the side and down, both your feet facing forward. Remember this? Remember this, everyone? Has it been that long? Yes, you all do. Torso stays steady. 5 for 10 on the right. Working the outer glutes. Feeling the burn on the standing leg too, I'm sure. And then you'll switch sides once you've done the right. Turn and same thing on the left. Trying to crank up the AC. Whew, looking forward to the fall days when it's nice and chilly in this room. Okay, lost track. How many are we at, Lisa? I'm following Lisa. She's still going. Okay. Okay, Lisa's done. I'm done. Shake it out. Now let's just do one more balancing one where we're going to kick our right heel towards our right glute, bend the right knee and just kick back. You're working the hamstring here. So give yourself a kick. 10 to 20 of these. If this class is getting too easy for you, feel free to buy some ankle weights, and then this will really be fun. Get a pair of even just 2-3 pounders, put them around your ankle, and then try this again. Then you'll really feel the burn. Maybe I should mail you all some ankle weights. Merry Christmas. Okay, continue with the left leg when you're done. Left heel to left glute. Same thing, working the left hamstring. Nice job, everyone. And we're going to find our way back to the mat, lying down on our backs, just to get you all thinking we're going to relax. Oh, but we're not. We're going to do some abdominal work. Get some water if you need it, because things are going to get hot again. Okay. So this next one, maybe we've done once or twice. It's the swivel crunch. So we're going to bend our knees, feet flat on the ground. Arms resting down alongside you, palms face the ground. So just allow your arms to relax down on the mat. And then I'm just going to explain this first and then we'll all do it. So from here, I'm going to lift my head, neck, and shoulders so that I'm activating my abs, crunching up. And then I keep that lift and I swivel my torso by bringing the left hand to tap the outside of my left ankle and then swivel to the right and tap my right hand on the outside of my right ankle. And I'm going back and forth, tapping left ankle, right ankle, left ankle, right ankle, as I keep my head, neck, and shoulders lifted. This is the swivel crunch. You're working your obliques, your abdominals, your mind. So stay lifted and then tap the outer ankles. The feet are resting on the ground, so your feet don't lift. Just your hands are swiveling to the left and then to the right to tap the outside of each ankle. We might not have done this before. I definitely have. So I'll repeat until I see enough of you doing this. So your knees are bent, feet flat on the ground. You lift your torso up, and then your arms are alongside you. You can kind of hover the hands, and then you're just tapping the outside of the left ankle by swiveling and leaning to the left, and then swivel to the right and tap the outside of the right ankle with the right hand. And you're probably going to be feeling this after even just 5 or 10 of these, because just to keep your head, neck, and shoulders lifted is a lot. So you can take a break whenever you need it. You can skip it all together. It's all good, but this is an all levels class, so I'm going to have to offer all levels. Okay, take a break if you haven't yet. That was swivel crunch. Remember that for next time. And now we're going to come into, I wrote notes here and I don't understand my notes. Crisscross ankle taps. Let me think what that one was. Crisscross ankle taps. Okay, I remember now. Legs come straight up to the ceiling. Crisscross ankle taps. You're going to crisscross your right hand up and over to the outside of the left ankle. If you're dyslexic like me right now, I'm having a hard time knowing right from left. Right arm comes up, taps the outside of the opposite foot. Left arm comes up, taps the outside of the opposite right foot. And you're just crisscrossing, tapping, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. Woo! Feeling the burn. Legs stay straight up the whole time. So your legs are pointing up to the ceiling the whole time. They just stay there. They don't even move. The only thing that's moving are your hands. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Left ankle, right ankle. Woo! Crisscross ankle taps. Okay, drop it. You're done. Ah. Nice job, everyone. Now, remember this easy, nice, relaxing one? The windshield wipers. Time for that. So arms out wide, palms face up, knees are bent, and just drop your knees all the way to the left, and then all the way to the right. Allowing your spine to get a nice little stretch as your knees fall from side to side. And then draw your knees in towards your chest, creating a nice ball. Clasp your hands around the front of your shins and then just rock from side to side. Your head is relaxed down. Maybe create some circles with your knees. And then keep your right knee bent and drop your left leg straight down to the mat. Squeeze the right knee. Hands are interlaced around the front of the right shin. And you're just going to squeeze the knee towards the outside of your right rib cage. This is wind releasing pose. So both hands wrapped around the front of the right knee. Draw your chin towards your chest, creating length in your neck. A few breaths here. And then we're going to turn this into supine twist by drawing the knee across your body and over to the left. Your right arm extends wide, palm faces the ceiling. Your left hand can draw the knee towards the ground. Stretching our spine, you're going to turn your head towards your extended right arm. Draw your right shoulder blade down. Few breaths here in supine twist. Good, and then slowly come back to center and drop your right knee down. Squeeze your left knee in towards your chest. Hands interlaced around the front of the left shin. Both your hands interlaced. Squeeze the knee to the outside of the left rib cage. Draw your chin towards your chest. About 3 to 5 breaths here. When releasing pose. And from here, we'll go into supine twist. Draw your knee across your body to the right. Left arm extends out to the side, palm faces the ceiling. Use your right hand to draw the left knee towards the ground. Left shoulder blade on the ground. Turn your head towards your extended left arm, stretching your spine in opposite direction for supine twists. Good, and then come back to center. Drop both legs down. Reach your arms overhead, and this time we're just going to hook our thumbs. So hook your thumbs overhead, arms are straight, and just reach your arms as far as they can go. Full body stretch. Good, and then slowly bring your arms back down and place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Take a moment to tap into your breath. And I have a little reading I want to share with you all today before Shavasana. This comes from Deepak Chopra's seven spiritual laws of success. And just going to read a little segment here. When you feel frustrated or upset by a person or a situation, remember that you are not reacting to the person or the situation, but to your feelings about the person or the situation. These are your feelings, and your feelings are not someone else's fault. When you recognize and understand this completely, you are ready to take responsibility for how you feel and to change it. If you can accept things as they are, you are ready to take responsibility for your situation and for all the events you see as problems. This leads us to the second component of the law of least effort, responsibility. What does responsibility mean? Responsibility means not blaming anyone or anything for your situation, including yourself. Having accepted this circumstance, this event, this problem, responsibility then means the ability to have a creative response to the situation as it is now. All problems contain the seeds of opportunity, and this awareness allows you to take the moment and transform it to a better situation or thing. Once you do this, every so-called upsetting situation will become an opportunity for the creation of something new and beautiful, and every so-called tormentor or tyrant will become your teacher. Reality is an interpretation, and if you choose to interpret reality in this way, you will have many teachers around you and many opportunities to evolve. Okay, take that, whatever works for you, and leave the rest, and we'll find our way into our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. We'll lie on our back, nice and cozy. Bring your arms out wide, legs out wide, and close your eyes. Allowing yourself to surrender, relax, nothing to do. Noticing the rise and fall of each breath. A few more moments in stillness. Those last few breaths, you can think of something you are grateful for. When you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes, slowly making your way back to seated, rolling over to one side and pressing yourself up. Once you find seated position, you can bring your palms together in the center of your chest in a prayer position. Bowing down, the light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. Virtual hugs, and I will stop recording.